Today I'm going to talk about how to approach women. Now, if you listen to a lot of PUAs, they'll show you how to approach women, but it can land you in jail. We don't want to go to jail. And I got articles talking about this and different ways you can go to jail. And some of the stuff PUAs teach you will land you there. But legally, how can we approach women keeping the law over there? We want to go our own way. But if you want the women, we want the law to stay out away from us. Stay far, far away from us. And we want to protect the kids. We don't want to mess with kids. And I got an opinion on this too. Yes, the program 16 and pregnant, that's a program of pedophiles. It doesn't matter if the boy is 15 years old. He's a pedophile. He knows better. The schools are teaching them not to have sex. The schools are teaching that. And the parents who allow that are pedophiles. We don't want to do that. Because if you think about that, when a girl loses her virginity when she's 15, 14, 13 years old, it affects her ability to have relationships with other men. It loses her ability to be marriable, to get married and have a family. She loses that ability because somebody violated her rights. And she could be pregnant, and she has to take care of the kid from a young age. And high-value males aren't going to want her because of that. Because high-value males have a purpose and they're trying to do stuff. But how can we avoid that? Well, a lot of recommendations is you get women that are 25 years, 18 to 25. But the problem is, women reach puberty when they're 15. So there's not much of a difference between a 15-year-old and an 18-year-old. And you can get trouble messing around with a 17-year-old. In the state of South Carolina, an officer went to jail for statutory rape, having sex with a 17-year-old girl. And the law of statutory rape in South Carolina is 16 years old. That's what I'm saying. You still can get in trouble even if the laws are 16, 17 years old. So 18 is what we want here. So how can you do that? Well, the PUAs are going to tell you, when you approach women, you talk to them sexually and you touch them. Okay. On this one, I have an article. You can hug a girl, you're going to jail. Doesn't matter if you don't know her age, you're going to jail. I have an article connected to that. You're going to go to jail. So I have POAs that says, attempt to hug, you're going to jail. So what can you do? Well, when you hug them, you have to set your defense. That's what you need to do to get the power back. See, when you got power, when you're going in with power, it's easier to talk to them. Because you know that you're not going to get in trouble because you got a defense. This is what you do. You don't hug them in public, in front of cameras. Because the cameras can show you hugging a girl. And voila, the state has evidence against you. You might be able to get away with touching them on the shoulder, though. If it's a young woman, if it's a young woman, she's 18-ish, you might be able to get away with that. But you can ask her age. But a lot of times women will lie about that. Because a lot of girls today are looking for ways to look older. They do. So this is what you do. When you see a woman, she has tattoos, a cigarette, beer can in her hand. That's an indication of her age. Okay, make an approach. But get a picture of her with a tattoo, cigarette, or alcohol. Get a picture of that. Now, if she's faking that she's drinking illegally, what would happen is you got that picture, and you can get her. You got the evidence, just in case she was a minor. You got evidence on her for entrapment. She entrapped you. She fooled you of your age. So you can use that as your defense in a trial. So that's a good way, because you have to be 21, I believe 18 to 21 years old to drink, to smoke. You have tattoos. You have to be 21 years old. Now if she has tattoos and she's 15, that's entrapment. It's illegal. And the other way you can do is go for the phone number. You can talk. Let's say the 18-year-old, she looks like she's 18, but she's 15, but you get the number. Get her phone number. Because you're not going to know what her age is by just looking at her. Because, again, women reach puberty when they're 15, 14 years old, before men. Because, well, 14-year-olds will look like 18-year-olds. It's not much of a difference. So you get the number. That's not illegal, getting a number. But again, you don't want to mess with children, because we need to protect them. If a guy loves females, they're not going to mess with girls. We need those girls to grow up to be strong, feminine women. Now, if you sit there messing with them, that's not showing love. So what you do there is you use a text. You text her this message. If you're 18 years old, come to my house. Now you got some evidence there on your phone. You're telling her, if you're 18 years old, come to my house. Now if she tries to call the cops on you and say, oh, he's trying to have sex with me, I'm only 15. You got that message on your phone that it says, I'm looking for an 18-year-old. That's what we want. Look for an 18 to 25-year-old. Don't mess with the girls. Because, again, if you have proper love for women, it's good to love women. But if you love women, you don't mess with girls. Because it does damage them. It does. I'm going to go into other stuff. I got articles at the end of this video telling you some laws. And one of the laws is what I found interesting. Just read them. And it can become really ridiculous how people are. So that's why you have to set your defense. Now, if you're watching this, you're not getting married, great decision. Don't do that. If you listen to other MGTOW channels, they tell you what marriage does, they're telling the truth. It sucks. And I believe I'm going to link in the description of a video of an attorney talking too. Yeah, you need to hear this too. It's very important.